All right. All right. We are back for another live. We are back. Okay, cool. So, guys, today we're going to talk about deleting inquiries. Um, let's wait until we get a few more people in the room. Until then, I can definitely take some questions that y'all got. If you got a lot of inquiries, today is definitely the day you want to pay attention because we're going to go over deleting inquiries today. And what consumer law speaks on how to delete inquiries. So this is going to be really, really huge, especially for those of you who went and you did car shopping and you guys got a lot of inquiries. And yeah, that's what we're going to touch over today, Kay. We're going to touch over how to delete inquiries. What will be the first step after cleaning my credit? D. It depends. What exactly are you referring to? So, boom, boom, boom. All right, let me pull up the letter because we'll also be going over a letter today as well. All right, so inquiry deletion letters. So there are a few ways you can get inquiries deleted. I like to teach the way that is most ethical. And what that simply means is um, doing the FTC and saying a lot of stuff that can have an adverse effect on your reports. Excuse me. So basically, you don't want a fraud alert on your credit report. You don't want that. So one of the big things that you guys that I'm going to be showing you guys is how to delete inquiries correctly. Because there's incorrect ways of doing it. Does it work? Absolutely. I've seen it work. But there's also correct ways to do it so you don't put yourself at a disadvantage where they might flag your account or put a fraud alert on it. So we'll be going over that today. All right. Inquiry deletion letter. Where are you? Hmm. Okay. All right. So now we got a few people in the house. So let's kick it off. When it comes to permissible purpose, I spoke about this last week when we speak about identity theft. What is permissible purpose and what does permissible purpose mean? So when we talk about permissible purpose, we're speaking about given written permission for a person, and we also know that the definition of person is a corporation, government entity, a trust, um, whatever, right? So we know that the definition of a person doesn't necessarily mean a natural person because person has different definitions to it. All right, include you. Right? We know that permission must be given. What does it mean to give permission? Permission simply means I, Doreen Levante, in writing, give XYZ Finance Company the right to pull my consumer report. Boom. I gave them permissible purpose as per 15 USC 1692b2. I gave them permission. But what about everybody else that I did not give permission to? All 30 other dealerships or financial institution that I didn't know was going to pull my credit. I didn't give them permission. So on the document I'm going to write, I am giving XYZ dealership, right? I am giving them permission. They didn't disclose to me that they were going to use my information to 40 other institutions. Now, that is a disclosure that I should have gotten. If I didn't get that disclosure, if I had gotten information that 50 dealerships or banks or financial institutions were going to pull my credit, guess what? I might have not have done it. But I could have, they didn't give me the opportunity to make that decision because they didn't tell me that 50 other institutions were going to pull my credit. If I had known that, I would have never gave permission. So in a situation like this, where that has happened to you, where you gave a person, a corporation, permission to pull your reports, but they did not disclose to you that they were going to share your information with 15 other banks and 30 other people are going to pull a report. So by the time you got out of that dealership, you are leaving with 25 inquiries. I believe that is wrong and that should not happen. If that's going to happen, you need to disclose to me, this is what you're going to do with my information. Don't let me see 30 inquiries on my report. So I hope this is making sense. So when this happens, right, what do you do? Me personally, I wait for a month or two. And you're gonna say, Doreen, why do you wait for a month or two? Paperwork gets lost, things get shredded. Now, everyone on my consumer report that pulled it, I am going to request by law uh, where I gave them permission. See, the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to tell a lie. You don't have to say, I didn't give this person permission. You don't have to say none of that. What you can actually do is each company listed with the inquiry request the permissible purpose. Request the document that gave them permissible purpose. It's so simple. So if XYZ financial institution pulled my information, and if you said, because I'm going to write you in the first letter, right? I'm going to write you in the first letter, and I'm going to say that, hey, guy, I didn't give you permission to pull my reports. Why did you pull my reports? Oh, we got permission. Really? You got permission from who? Because I'd like to know who you got permission from. All right, LinkedIn for deletion letter, LinkedIn deletion letter. Right? I want to know who you got permission from. So, what I am going to be requesting right now is I am going to request where I gave you permissible purpose. Right? So now, for those of you on Clubhouse, I just pinned the Do For Self Express guide to deleting your own inquiries. You can use this and what's going on with YouTube? Is something going on with YouTube? Would do the same thing for soft inquiries. No, I think YouTube is good. Lovely. Check out YouTube and let me know what's going on. A bear. Find out if there's something going on with YouTube. I just got information that something is going on with YouTube. Let me know if there's anything going on with YouTube. All right. Why is this giving me a hard time? Pin comment. Okay. All right, cool. So permissible purpose is the key to anyone. It's still saying waiting on you. But I see people commenting on YouTube. I'm not sure why you're seeing that, lovely. Go back and try it. I'm not sure. But it says the stream is going, and I see people commenting. So let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Let me bring up the chat. Are you guys hearing me on YouTube? If you guys are hearing me on YouTube, let me see some fire in the chat, please. Let me see some fire in the chat if you guys are hearing me on YouTube. Just let me troubleshoot this real quick. If you guys are hearing me on YouTube, let me see some fire in the chat. All right, I'm seeing some fire in the chat. YouTube is good. Facebook, talk to me. Is Facebook good? All right, cool. Facebook is good. YouTube is good. All right, we're good. All right. IG, talk to me. Are you guys hearing me? Let me know if you guys are hearing me. Let me know if you guys are hearing me. Drop me some fire in the chat. IG, if you guys are hearing me, drop me some fire in the chat. Clubhouse, oh, there's a chat in Clubhouse. If you guys are hearing me in Clubhouse, let me see y'all just drop some fire in the chat, or yeah, just drop some fire in the chat if you guys can hear me inside of Clubhouse. Good, good, good. All right, it seems like we're good then. All right, bet. All right. All right, let me see them fires coming in. Okay, cool. All right, so we're good for Clubhouse. All right, bet. All right. So now let's go back to the inquiries, right? So this is what I want you guys to understand. So you're not lying. That's the thing. I don't want any of you guys to be in these streets lying about anything, right? I don't want you guys to be in these streets lying about anything. And the reason why is because, we want to do things ethically and morally, right? It's because they're in the waiting room for the live notification. If anyone isn't seeing him live, it's because they're in the waiting room for the live notification. So how do they come out of the live notification, Lakeisha? If you have that information, definitely drop it. So what I'm saying is, guys, right? I don't want you guys in these streets lying. Let's do this thing ethically and morally, because there's ethical ways to delete inquiries. You do not have to lie, and I'm letting everybody know you don't. You don't have to lie, because I know lying goes against everybody's moral belief, right? So let's rewind. Permissible purpose. Everyone that's on here, I want you guys to take out your phone, right? Oh, let me connect to the Wi-Fi real quick. I want you guys to take your phone out, and I want you to pull up right now. What's the password? T Great Dane NYC. Boom. I want you guys to put in 15 USC 1681B, right? 15 USC 1681B. I want you guys to put that in. And let me know when you guys put that in into your browser, in whatever. Just put in 15 USC 1681B. And then now, when you put in 15 USC 1681B, I want you to scroll down to number 2. All right, I think my Wi-Fi is good. Let me try it out. All right, so 15 USC 1681B. That's the first thing I want y'all to put in your search bar. It's going to bring you to Legal Institute or Cornell Law. And when you go there, I want you to scroll down now to number 2, right? Scroll down to number 2. And when you scroll down to number 2, before we go to number 2, let's read what A says. I hope everybody has it. 15 USC 1681B. 1681B. So let's go to 1681B. 1681BA says, subject to subsection C, any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other, in accordance with the written instruction of the consumer to whom it relates. So basically, if a consumer reporting agency is going to furnish, and when I say furnish, meaning they're going to give somebody your report, they must have proof that the consumer requested it, right? There was written permission. But do you actually think these consumer reporting agencies are verifying that corporations, financial institutions, and other firms have permission to pull your reports? Do you really think that they're verifying that these companies have permissible purpose to pull your report? Let me see y'all answers in the chat. Like, I'm reading the chat. Let me see y'all answers in the chat. Do you think the consumer reporting agencies, what you guys call credit bureaus, and please, 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 credit bureaus don't exist. I know it's a shock for a lot of people to hear, but there is no such thing as a credit bureau. All right? Well, let me not digress. Do you think that they are checking and they're verifying that written permission was given for these firms, financial institutions, and other institutions to pull your credit? Do you think so? You IG saying no, 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 no. YouTube saying no. Consumer reporting agency, absolutely, Patrice. There is no such thing as a credit bureau. Facebook, what's going on? Facebook, do you think that they are verifying the permissible purpose, the written permission that was given before they furnished these information? Let me see what Clubhouse is saying. Clubhouse is saying nope. Who else? Who else is saying no? Who else is saying no? Do you agree? Do you agree? So let me give y'all a short story real quick. I went to CreditCon, right? And there was some executives at CreditCon that said that they report information to the big quote unquote consumer reporting agencies. And they didn't say consumer reporting agencies, they said credit bureau. I had to correct them. And I have this on tape if any of y'all want to fact check me. So basically, they were saying that they don't verify information. And I was shocked out of my mind. So I said, why don't you verify information? They said that they are trusting that the companies and the corporations that are giving them, or that's pulling the report, done their due diligence. I was shocked out of my mind, people. I'm going to say this again slow. When I asked the representative of the data collecting companies, when I asked them if they are verifying information to make sure that the firms and corporations that are pulling consumers' credit report are following the guidelines and that they are doing what they're supposed to do, if they verify that information, the guy looked at me and they said no. They trust and believe that the companies that are pulling consumers' information are pulling it based on the fact that they have the right information. So they are trusting that these corporation collection companies do actually are following the law. I was shocked out of my mind. And this is real stuff. I have it on tape. This is real stuff. They are not checking it. So when 57 dealerships and financial institutions are pulling your reports, listen, for every time they pull your report, or a corporation pulls your report, or a firm pulls your report, guess what? they are getting paid. They trusted Bernie Madoff too. uh, that was that was a good one, right? So what I'm getting at is, ladies and gentlemen, who has your back? If you're not the person that's learning this stuff, who is going to protect you? And this is a legit question. Who's going to protect you? If you're not in these streets learning consumer law and protecting yourself, who is going to protect you? What the clubhouse house room called? It's called Do for Self Credit Repair. So when we, uh, my allergies are acting up, guys. I do apologize. I've been stuffy. My allergies are acting up crazy. Don't know what's going on. So when we come to terms that we have to take our own initiative and take our own reports in our own hand, you have nobody to blame but yourself. And what that simply means is you have to be in charge of the information that's being reported. How many of you here know right now that you are in charge? I'm going to say this one more time. You are in charge of what gets reported. How many people right now knows that you control what gets reported? How many people know? How many people know that you control what gets reported on your credit? Ignorance is no excuse. You're right. How many people know that you are in charge of what gets reported? Let me know. Okay, I see a few hands. YouTube is really showing out. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Sean, Ivan, Phil, PHI Hill, N Jones. I see Theme, Mr. Croze, TNT. I see YouTube really showing out. The point I'm getting at is nothing gets reported on your report that you don't give permission to get reported. But somehow, some way, the script was flipped. Some way, somehow, the script was flipped, and we think that these corporations and financial institutions can report anything they want. Well, I'm here to tell all of y'all, Clubhouse, YouTube, Facebook, that that is not true. You control what gets reported. Let me see y'all put it in the chat. I control what gets reported. Let me see it in the chat. Let me see y'all put it in the chat. I control what gets reported. And I'm going to show y'all how. I don't see it in the chat yet. Y'all don't believe me, huh? I control what gets reported. Come on, let me see it. Clubhouse, talk to me. Gets reported. Instagram, I control what gets reported. YouTube, I control what gets reported. Facebook, I control what gets reported. See, the first thing that is said in 15 USC 1681 BA is any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other. Number 2 says, in accordance with the written instructions of the consumer to whom it relates. Let me read that one more time. This is what 15 USC 1681 BA says. BA2. Subject to subsection C, any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other. Number 2 says, in accordance with the written instructions of the consumer to whom it relates. What does that mean? Can I get somebody to come on stage? I want to hear somebody speak. Um, Let me see. Dr. Khadija, are you able to come on stage? If you are, raise your hands because I really want us to have a conversation. I really want us to get it. I'm going to also take somebody on the live, on Instagram live. I do not know if I can bring anybody on live for Clubhouse and YouTube. Not Clubhouse, for YouTube and Facebook. But if you can, okay, good. Let's have a conversation. Because when we have conversations, that's how we're going to learn. Hold on, doctor. Let me take my headphones out so everybody can hear you. All right, let me turn this up. All right, can you hear me, Doctor Khadija?
Yes, I can.
Perfect, perfect. All right. So 15 USC 1681 B A says, subject to subsection C, any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report. So the word here is may furnish. So there is no law that says they have to furnish anything. That's the first thing I want y'all to get. It says they may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other. So, reading that sentence, Dr. Khadija, what does that sentence tell you? Do you have it pulled up?
Well, no, I don't have it pulled up, but I did write it down.
Okay, good. Anthony is here too.
I'm operating from my phone, so
okay, cool.
So much I'm limited. But what that means to me when you say that is that it sounds like they need my permission to report anything.
That's exactly what it is. This section of the law is called permissible purpose. Now, why would they call it permissible purpose if the consumer didn't control what gets reported? I really want us to think about this. Anthony, you've been in these streets a long time. I definitely can you speak, Anthony? If you can, raise your hands and let me bring you on. Because this is where we need to have a real conversation, guys. We really need to have a real conversation. What does these words mean? What invite to speak? What these words mean? So if the law says this section is called permissible purpose, permissible purpose, and it says that any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other. Doesn't that mean there are conditions for them to furnish the report? Or am I just reading this wrong?
That's what it sounds like.
There are conditions, right? So, Anthony, if someone says, in accordance with the written instructions of the consumer to whom it relates, what does that mean for you, King? You've been in this game a long time, and I've gotten so much great information from you. What do you think this means? I hope you're able to speak. Sounds like you're in the Matrix, Anthony. No, you're still in there. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to hear from Anthony.
yeah. YouTube isn't working. Hold on. Team, take a look at YouTube for me. I'm getting comments that YouTube isn't working. YouTube, if you guys are hearing me, drop some fire in the chat. Let me make sure that everything is good, or do I need my tech team to get anything up and running? Which is also willful non-compliance. All right, YouTube, drop some fire in the chat if you guys are hearing me. Okay, YouTube is good. So let me break this down. They cannot furnish anything, or they may furnish something, but there's conditions for them to furnish. One of the conditions for them to furnish is the consumer must give written instructions, not orally written instructions. So guys, when we talk about your let me take a drink. When we talk about that, you don't have to be lying and telling anyone that you didn't do anything you didn't do. You don't have to, right? You don't have to lie. All you need to do is ask for the permissible purpose document. It's so simple, right? I apologize, guys. My sinuses and my allergies are kicking my butt. Um, where was I?
Take another shot.
I need something stronger. This Long Island is not working. So, if we now come to the realization that the report cannot get furnished without I giving permission, how does that relate to inquiries, Derain? Well, let's backtrack. An inquiry happens when a creditor or an institution make an inquiry about a consumer's credit. Is that correct? Yes or no?
That's correct.
Yes, that's correct.
Sounds correct to me.
All right. So now, if we know that an inquiry comes from that, right? Someone requesting the information. All right. Now, it also says that we need to give them permission, right? And to a person that it has reason to believe intends to use the information in connection with a credit transaction involving the consumer on whom the information is to be furnished and involve the extension of credit to or review collection of an account of the consumer or employment, and all these things are listed. All of these things are listed, but guess what? It still comes back to permissible purpose. Do you think an employer can pull your report without letting you know? Do y'all comprehend what identity theft is and what identity theft means? Permissible purpose. Say again, Paris?
I was just having this conversation earlier about inquiries and identity theft because I was in the process of trying to have, or not trying, uh, working on having my inquiries removed. And they asked me that question. Well, do you want to have your account flagged for identity theft? And I paused for a minute
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't sure whether I was a victim of identity theft or not. And I didn't want to.
Pause right there.
You know,
Well, hold on, Paris. Hold on. Pause right there. I'm glad you said that. A lot of people don't know that they're even victims of identity theft. See, we have to go to the definition of things, right? So, if someone uses your information without your permission, that is identity theft. Let me find it right now because I can show y'all better than I can tell y'all. There's two parts that speaks on identity theft. The first place I want y'all to go is 15 USC 1681Q. That's in the Fair Credit Reporting Act. 15 USC 1681Q, right? And what 15 USC 1681Q speaks about is any person who knowingly, any person, this means any person, right? So let's go to the definition of what person means. The term person means any individual, partnership, cooperation, trust, estate, cooperative, association, government, or governmental subdivision or agency or other entity. So when you hear the word person, it doesn't mean they're talking to a natural person of flesh and blood. A person can also mean a partnership. A person can also mean a trust. A person can also mean a cooperative. A person also means an association. A person also means a cooperative, government or government subdivision. These by law are all person. So when we hear words, don't assume you know a meaning. Always ask for the definition of a word. Do not be out in these streets saying, "Oh, I understand." No, I don't. What is the definition? Always ask for the definition, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you, you will not go wrong asking the definition. If this room is good, y'all, let me YouTube, Facebook, share this live with some people that you know can benefit from this information. For Instagram,
Crazy.
huh?
It's just crazy how simple but profound that is. Because I've been in places with people and asked questions like that about words that, for instance, person. And I've actually asked a person, "What do you mean by that?" And people that are with me look at me like, "What do you mean? What does he mean?" He said person. He's talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
And they look at me like I'm the asshole. I'm making it difficult. And I'm like, no.
You're just having conversations with the wrong people. That's all.
Exactly. That's what I'm finding. I'm around the wrong people. Oh my goodness.
Yo, listen, I want y'all to share this live with some people that you know can benefit from this information. Instagram, share this live. Clubhouse, I need y'all to share this in the hall room. Make some comment. I don't know. Get people in this room. Ping them. Whatever you got to do. Let's get some people in this room, especially people that's in credit, because I want my fellow people in credit to know this stuff, right? Facebook, share this live with your family, your friends, anyone, any group that you think can benefit from this information. So let's break it all the way down. So the inquiry deletion guide that I'm talking about, if you guys text the word inquiry, INQUIRY, text the word inquiry to 917-810-3329, you can get a copy of my 24-hour express inquiry deletion guide, and you can also get my inquiry deletion letters. All right. If you're on Clubhouse, it's pinned at the top. All you got to do is click the link at the top. If you guys are on Instagram, it is right there. The link is pinned. It's right there. Text it. You will get it. Let's see. YouTube, it should be there somewhere. A bear niche. Please make sure that the inquiry deletion guide is pinned so that YouTube, Facebook can get it. So now that we've broken down their words, let's find out how easy it is for someone to steal your identity. Any person who knowingly and willfully obtains information on a consumer from a consumer reporting agency under false pretenses shall be fined under Title 18 or imprisoned for not more than 2 years or both. I'm going to say this again. If a corporation knows that they did not get permissible purpose from the consumer, but they went ahead and pulled your information without your permission, ladies and gentlemen, by law, that is identity theft. I am not making it up. It is right there, 15 USC 1681Q. Go read it for yourself. I am not making anything up. If this is good, let me see y'all put good in the chat. I want to see if this is good. Let me see y'all put good in the chat. Come on, guys. Let me see y'all put good in the chat, because we're about to turn all the way up right now. Y'all think I was going crazy before. I'm about to go ham. And I didn't even start breaking down the letter yet. I'm about to go ham. So if this is good, let me see y'all put good in the chat. All right. So now that we know that if any corporation, person, entity, whatever, uses our information without our permission, that is called identity theft. Now let's go back to permissible purpose, right? So we spoke about BA2, right? And even though BA3 says, which it has reason to believe, and it lists all these things, right? Guess what? You still have to give them permission. So is verbal consent okay for them instead of no? Verbal consent is not okay. It needs to be written. The law says written. So that's it goes back to how you delete inquiries. I do not advise to delete any inquiry that is tied to an open account. I'm going to say this one more time. Do not delete inquiries that is tied to open accounts because they might close your accounts down. Have I gotten inquiries deleted from open accounts? Absolutely. Can you do it? Yes. But I am telling you, do not do it. If you do not want to risk those accounts getting shut down, leave the open accounts with the inquiries. It falls off after 2 years. Just leave it alone. If you do not want to lose your accounts, leave the accounts with the open inquiries. I mean, leave the inquiries that have the open accounts. Just leave them. The inquiries that are not tied to any open account, delete those. But once it is tied to an open account, do not, please, 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 if you've never listened to me before, do not delete it. Just leave it. It falls off after 2 years. You will be okay. You'll be fine. Do not run the risk of getting your accounts shut down. Don't do it. Can you? Yes. Have I done it? Yes. It is possible. Yes, but don't do it unless you're prepared for the consequences if it doesn't work. So this is me being 100% with y'all. I'm telling y'all, don't do it. Even though you can, do not do it because you run the risk of getting your accounts closed down. That's the honest truth. And that's what a lot of people are not telling you. Can you delete it? Absolutely. But just know there's a chance you might get the account shut down. All right. The next part of the law that I want you guys to go to is 15 USC 1681N. N as in November. It's under civil liability. 15 USC 1681N. Civil liability for willful non-compliance. When you guys find it, let me see y'all drop a 1 in the chat. When you guys find it, let me see y'all drop a 1 in the chat. 15 USC 1681N. Let me see y'all drop a 1 in the chat when you guys find it. Maggie, you're welcome. You're welcome. Good. Y'all are loving this. I'm really glad y'all are getting some value from this. I really appreciate y'all being here. Everybody that's here, I really appreciate the fact that you guys are willing to be on here with me and invest your time in learning stuff to put you ahead. So let me see the ones coming in. Boom, boom, boom. I see the ones coming in. So let's read it together, right? So under 1681N for civil liability, A says, in general, any person who willfully fails to comply with any requirement imposed under this subchapter with respect to any consumer is liable to that consumer in an amount equal to the sum of. The Friday Live. No, I don't put the Friday Lives in the university, but the Friday Lives are on my YouTube channel. So for those of you, I should be telling you all this. I have a YouTube channel, guys. For those of you who are just seeing me or hearing me for the first time, Derain Delevante. If you type my name in YouTube, it will bring up my channel. There is tons and tons of free game there, guys. You guys can literally use my free game and do a lot of improvement to your credit. So go to the Rain Delevante on YouTube, find my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a like, share it with somebody. Or if you don't like the content that's there, tell me that you don't like it. I want to see it, and what you guys would like to hear. Feedback is important, and I do take constructive criticism. I got thick skin. I won't get my feelings hurt. It's okay. But your feedback is very important. That's how I'm able to give y'all. I've been doing this for over a year, every Friday. Tell me anybody in these streets that can give you guys consistent game for over a year, every Friday. Every Friday. Let me know who else is doing this. Every Friday for over a year now. All right, so let's get back to permissible purpose. So now we're at 15 USC 1681N. So B says this. I want y'all to listen to what B says. In the case of liability of a natural person for obtaining a consumer report under false pretenses or knowingly without a permissible purpose. Let me see y'all put permissible purpose in the chat. Listen what it says now. I promise you guys, I am not making none of this up. Listen to what it says. In the case of liability of a natural person for obtaining a consumer report under false pretenses, that's one, or knowingly without a permissible purpose, actual damages sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure or $1,000, whichever is greater. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get paid $1,000 per inquiry. You can get more. $1,000 is the minimum. I'm going to say this one more time. You can get paid $1,000 minimum for inquiries that you did not give permissible purpose for. I'm going to let that one sink in. I'm going to take a sip of my Long Island and let me know if y'all believe me or not. It's right there.
That's big. But you know what, Dwayne? What I brought up, I'm trying to follow you. But I brought up something.
Paris, you're very low. You got to speak up a little more so the other groups can hear you.
I was saying, I'm trying to follow you since we're in, open forum.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So what I brought up, 16 USC 1681N, civil liability for willful compliance. And it brings up different titles. Title 1 being general provisions, sections 1 through 213. Title 2 being the Congress. So where are you reading and what title? Or are you seeing...
Okay, so we're in Title 15, Chapter 41, Subchapter 3, Section 1681N. So if you type into Google 15 USC 1681N, it's going to bring you to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And then when you go into 1681N, it's going to bring you to civil liability for willful noncompliance. Once you're there, you'll see what I'm reading. It's on either Legal Institute or Cornell Law.
Got it. Cornell Law.
Yep.
Got it.
Like I said, everything that I tell you guys, I can point you to the source where I'm getting the information from. I am not making none of this stuff up. I just need y'all to do one thing for me. I need y'all to read some more. That's all I'm asking. Read more. Join groups, join mastermind, join mentorship. All of you guys are welcome to join my university. Even if you don't want to join it, it's fine. I still got a free group. Even if you can't do that, get a study partner. Right? Get a study partner. Get a person that you can study with. Because once you do that, bro, I'm telling you, you are going to get so much more smarter. Get a buddy, get a friend, a family member. Shout out to my guy, Credit Plug in the building. Get somebody that you can study with because I'm telling you, this information will change your life. Can you imagine, right? I'm going to give you all one business model right now. You don't even have to fix credit. I'm going to give you one business model. How can I get into university? Go to the link in my bio. For those of you who are wondering how to get in my university, a bear, where is my team? Can you guys drop the link to the university in on all the platforms, please? Gladys, are you here? All right, I'm gonna hit up my team. I'm gonna have them send the information. What I'm getting at is, ladies and gentlemen, there's so much. Listen, the information will change your life. It's information that you need. Information. All right. Right? So, oh, the business model. The law says for, let me read it back for those of you who just joined. We're talking about permissible purpose. We're talking about deleting inquiries. We're talking about you don't have to call the consumer reporting agencies and say, I didn't open that account. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Oh, Abir is on live. Abir, find me the link for the university. Excuse me. Find the link for the university for me and drop it inside the Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. I had some people asking me how to join the university. So join the university. So everybody that's in my university, we do 2 calls a week, Sunday and Monday. I am here coaching you Sunday and Monday. We go over your credit profile. We're going over your letters. We're going over everything you need. The support is there. The community is there. For everyone that wants to be a part of the community, you're welcome. It's not for everybody. It's for people that are serious and people that are serious about their credit. Now, if you're curious, it is not the place for you to be. I'm letting y'all know. It's not. If you're serious about learning this stuff, join it. You will not regret it. It's going to be an amazing experience. So, the business model, the law says any person who willfully fails to comply with any requirement imposed under this subchapter with the respect to any consumer is liable to that consumer in an amount equal to the sum of. B says, in the case of liability of a natural person for obtaining a consumer report under false pretenses, that is one, or knowingly without a permissible purpose. If they did not have permissible purpose, ladies and gentlemen, they have no business pulling your reports. If there is no permissible purpose, they have no business at all pulling your reports. But guess what? If they don't have it, you can get paid. I tell people all the time, you can get paid for having bad credit. All right, a lot of you are looking at me like, yo, Darain, you're crazy. I'm going to say this one more time. You can get paid for having bad credit. Yep, I said it. You can get paid. The thing is, how? How do you get paid from having bad credit? Is it possible? Absolutely. Of the first letter in or the third. There's a lot of comments going up. What if a dealership pull your credit 9 times? This is what we're talking about. So now, for everyone Oh, Kelly's in the room. So for what's going on, sis?
Nothing much work on.
I know they up on the live. I give some great information.
So yes, sir. Well, I'm over here in the gym listening in, and I heard that last question. So I ever had to raise my hand, Lord have mercy, but I'm listening.
So a lot of people don't know that they can get paid for having bad credit, and they can actually make a business model out of getting people paid for having bad credit. Let me break this down real quick. For inquiries alone, you don't even have to fix credit. For inquiries alone, right? The law says in the case of liability of a natural person for obtaining a consumer report under false pretenses or knowingly without a permissible purpose, actual damages sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure or $1,000, whichever is greater. So there's two things I'm going to break down. I'm going to break down the $1,000, which is what everybody heard, but there's something else that you didn't hear. And when I say $1,000 is the minimum, you can actually get paid more. So I'm going to break that down. See, actual damages is not just a word. Actual damages simply means if Dr. Khadijah and I and Paris and Kelly, we invest in real estate. Bro, everybody right now, this account just popped up out of nowhere scamming people. It's THA underscore credit underscore hero. So there's fake accounts that keeps popping up everywhere. And this one is THA. My account is THE, the credit hero. But this guy says the credit hero, right? And he's asking people about Forex and trading. That is not me. I don't trade. I will not ask you guys about trading. So the THA underscore credit underscore hero, it is not a real account. It is not. That is not me. I don't know who it is. It's somebody that does Forex. It is not me. I will not ask any of you about trading. I will not. All right. No, back to the message here. If you can find 10 to 15 people per month and delete their inquiries, just the inquiries alone, that's an extra 4 to 5 thousand. Because if you're doing $50 per inquiry and you have 15 people, 15 times 50 is what? I am not a mathematician, so you will not judge me right now. So 15 times 50. That's an easy $750. Easy. There's more than 15 people that have a lot of inquiries. Guys, the information I am giving you, block them and report them, please. Block them and report them. Block that person and report it, please. Block that person and report it. So there's ways for you guys to make additional income. All right? So now, when it says actual damages, so Dr. Khadijah, Paris, and Kelly, and myself, we go out to buy some real estate. We're looking at an 8 unit that's valued right now at, let's say, 1.5 million. We need 10% down, which is approximately, I believe that should be $150,000. So we go to a hard money lender or a bank or wherever to go leverage our personal credit to get this loan, because you know what? We're real estate investors and this is how we get paid. So now we got denied. Well, Doreen, I can't approve you because there is 50 inquiries on your report. What do you mean there's 50 inquiries on my report? Yeah, you have 50 inquiries on your report. Well, how? All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where these inquiries came from. This company, and this company. Okay, I'm going to send one of my letters, right? I'm going to send one of my letters and I'm going to request a deletion of these inquiries. I'm sending the letter directly to the person who pulled the inquiry, not to the consumer reporting agencies, guys. You're not sending my letters to the CRAs. You are sending the letter to the person that pulled the report. Shout out to my guy Lord in the building. Lord, if you want to chime in at any time, bro, you're welcome to come on stage. So, right, you're using one of my letters and you're sending it to the person that pulled the report. Now, this is what that person is going to say. We have permission. You want them to say this now. You're going to tell them that they need to delete the account because they have no permission, right? But what they're going to say is, oh, we have permission. That's what you want them to say. They're going to say, we have permission. Okay, I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not. What I'm going to request now is, I am going to request the document where I, Derain Delevante, gave you XYZ Finance permission to pull my consumer report. It's very simple. I'm not fighting with you. Remember, you're not telling any lies. You're not saying this account doesn't belong to me. You're not saying none of that. No, that is child's play. That's child's play. What we're asking is this. You have no permissible purpose. Delete the inquiry. They're going to rebut this and say, we have permissible purpose. You gave it to us. Okay. Provide me the document where I gave you permission. So if you say, I gave you permission, it should be a no-brainer, or it should be so easy for you to provide the document to me that gave the permissible purpose, right? So now, guess what? They don't have the documentation because you never gave them permissible purpose in the first place. So who remembers what 15 USC 1681Q said? Who remembers? Who remembers what 15 USC, shout out to Blessings Inner Circle in the building, who remember what permissible purpose said? And who remembers what 15 USC 1681Q says? Who remembers 15 USC 1681Q? For those of you who are still on it, it said this. Any person who knowingly and willfully obtains information on a consumer. Hold on, Dr. Khadija. I'm going to mute you real quick. I think you might have came off mute and your background is a little staticky. 15 USC 1681Q says this. Obtaining information under false pretenses. So any person who knowingly and willfully obtains information on a consumer from a consumer reporting agency under false pretenses shall be fined under Title 18, imprisoned for not more than 2 years or both. So if you said, I gave you permission, but I am asking you now for the document where 15 USC 1681 B2 says that I gave you that written permission and you cannot provide that document. What do we have, ladies and gentlemen? That equals identity theft. Samuels, you got it. Samuels, you got it. That is identity theft. So now let's connect all the dots. What does 15 USC 1681 N number NAB says? In the case of liability of a natural person for obtaining a consumer report under false pretenses, what? Or knowingly without a permissible purpose. Knowingly, ladies and gentlemen, without a permissible purpose, actual damages, actual damages, we lost out on $150,000. We lost out on $150,000 that we were going to use for real estate. Ladies and gentlemen, that is called actual damage. They don't have any documentation that proved permissible purpose. So now, under 15 USC 1681Q, they obtain the information under false pretenses knowingly without a permissible purpose. This is how you get inquiries deleted. When you present this, they will delete the inquiries. If you bring them to arbitration, you can get your $1,000 for your inquiry or for your actual damages. This is how you get paid, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think y'all heard me in the back. I'm gonna just sip some water and be quiet. Do I have any water? I think I'm on fire right now. I don't think y'all are getting what I'm saying. Lord, talk to me, bro. Can you speak, King? Because I know when you come to bless a room, you bless a room. Can you speak, brother? If I'm up here talking some BS, call me out on it. If I'm here speaking some BS, call me out on my BS. Call me out on it.
Listen, bro. Listen, I was literally thinking about you the other day. I was like, damn, I haven't seen Durain make a room, or maybe it's me not being on Clubhouse as much as I used to. But I was like, yeah, and here you are, man. And then listen. So to tie in what you just pointed out, right? Just let's look at the element, because now you're quoting or you're reading from Title 15, right, which is commerce, right?
Correct.
Now let's go to Title 18, which is about crimes, which is why they will quickly give you a remedy. So if you go to Title 18, which is 18 USC 1028,
A.
right? 1028.
Speak your shit. I know exactly where you're going.
And I'll read from A4. It says, whoever in a circumstance described in subsection C of this section, and then there's 1, 2, 3, and then 4, knowingly possesses an identification document other than one issued lawfully for the use of the possessor, right? An authentication feature or false identification document with the intent such document or feature be used to defraud the United States. So yeah, that's very simply why they will very quickly, the moment you start, pointing out what they're doing that is not in line with what's under Title 15, they won't want to settle. They want to go to arbitration real quick before you get to, invoking the powers of, the Attorney General. Because once you start that, you're now going to be subject to Title 18 of the United States Code. But yeah.
So 15 USC 1681Q ties in with 18 USC 1028 and 18 USC 1028A, aggravated identity theft. If you know about Title 18, it speaks everything that goes to jail. Title 18 will give you the sentence number for everybody that does some shit. So when you're able to make your presentments, and this is why I keep telling people, you need to invest in education and you need to invest in yourself. Information, ladies and gentlemen, you are very powerful with information. Do not be discouraged. You will get daunting letters. They're going to make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. And this is why I keep telling y'all, I need you all in my university. I do. Not for me. I'm good regardless. You need this information. Team, make sure that you guys are dropping the Consumer Law Secrets University in link in the chat. Like, if you don't know where to find me, go on YouTube, type in Durain Delevante. There's so much information out there. Information is needed. We cannot say this, like, this is the era where we cannot say, oh, I didn't know anymore. Like, the I don't know or I never know, it doesn't fly right now. It doesn't. You guys have access to information at your fingertips. The era of I don't know is over. 18 USC 1028, and when you go down to number 4, A4, it's going to give you a breakdown of knowingly possess an identification document. And then when you go to 18 USC 1028A, it's going to break down what aggravated identity theft is. But hold on, I'm not even finished, because I haven't even gone to 6801 or 6802 yet. When I tell you I got game for days, bro, I got game for days. It's been a year and plus, and every Friday I'm here giving y'all game for a whole year. Tell me who else you know that's giving y'all this game for a whole year straight, every Friday. See, I'm waiting. All I'm saying is this. Surround yourself with the right people. If you're getting information, so the reason why I love to hear Lord speak so much is everything this king speaks, he has the reference for it. You will not hear me give you any information and not point you to where I get the information from. All right, I see two people want to come on the live. Let me accept these people on the live, and I want to have a conversation because I want to know that the information I'm providing here is helping you. I'm going to break down my inquiry letters after this, and I'm going to show you guys how everything works.
Hey, how you doing?
Queen, what's up?
What's going on? Sorry, I'm looking a little crazy.
It's all good. It's all good. It's the information that matters.
So it's just like you guys are opening eyes. People need to grasp this. For the last 4 months, I've been up on learning just the consumer laws and everything, and I came across you first, stumbling with you and the Bureau bullies, and it's just been crazy. But I've been watching you every day. So I had a question, right? Because going all over this, it kind of still ties in.
Mm-hmm.
So I have student loans. With the student loans that I have, right? After going over 15 USC 6802, 3 and 1. I know you're gonna touch on that. I learned about the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act until at least 3-4 months ago. And I'm going over it with all the disclosures, and I'm like, wait, my student loan servicer never told me about privacy policy and how we have the right to opt out, and they're supposed to give us an election form to opt out, so we don't share our non-public personal information. So I'm like, wait, this is crazy. So I went to the CFPB. Fast forward, I wrote up a letter. They I don't know if I call any names. I don't really want to call no names on here, but they rebutted, and it was like, well, you signed a promissory note.
What does that have to do with anything?
Exactly. So I'm like, then I'm doing some more research, and I wrote a letter to the FTC right now because looking at laws on the FTC is stating as long as you're a customer with a financial institution, okay, every year, even if you told me I signed a promissory note years ago and I opted in, which I didn't really know much about it, every year, as long as I'm a customer or consumer, the financial institution is supposed to reach out to me yearly and tell me about this Privacy Policy Act and giving me the options and sending me disclosures and election forms to opt out. Or even if I was opted in and I want to opt out, or vice versa. So this is what I'm fighting right now with these services right now in the Department of Education.
And when you ask them and you request this, they're going to send you so many things that you never asked for. Hold on, I'm not sure why there's an echo.
My headphones, probably.
Let's see. Testing. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we good.
So, all right. With the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, right? Are we still echoing, guys? I think we should be good now. We should be good.
Yeah, you good.
I bet. So the The Gramm-Leach-Bailey Act is one of the most powerful law ever created that nobody knows about. Absolutely no one knows about it. I had one of my mentees got 11 student loans deleted 2 weeks ago. If you go to my Instagram and you go to results, I'm telling y'all, you can find the stuff. I am not fabricating nothing. Go to results. Everything is there. One of my students has over 500 collection account deleted. He has a credit repair business. He's had year to date, since last year, deleted over 500 collection accounts. So I'm not here telling you stuff that's not working. It's coming straight from the law.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And this is why I encourage people, y'all need to be tapped in with the university. There is so much information that you guys are missing out on. Student loans is an account. There is nothing special about a student loans. There is nothing special about a bankruptcy. There is nothing special about a charge-off. An account is an account. It doesn't matter what type of account. All accounts can be deleted. It doesn't matter the account. See, when we use words like credit bureaus, we think that an institution is something that they are not.
It's a mind thing. When I get on the phone with the consumer reporting agencies, they'll be like, "Oh, the credit." I'm like, "Stop you right there. You guys have no power. You guys are consumer reporting. You're not a government entity." I go off on them. I don't mind to go off on them, and they just stay shut for a moment. And they're like, "Well, that's another name." No, I'm like, "Well, that's what you guys call yourself, but I know the deal now. I don't call you guys that." So, but it was definitely great talk to you. I'm gonna listen to that 6802 and 6803 and 1.
6801. I'm gonna go to that next. I'm gonna show you guys how much power you have before I end this live. You control the report. I'm gonna show you guys that you control the report. I'm telling y'all, if you guys are not tapped in, you guys need to be in the university. I'm telling y'all, the link is in my Instagram bio. This is how we become informed consumer. And if you just have an inquiry problem, I'm going to say this slow. I want you guys to text my number. Text me. Text my number. 917-810-3329. Text me the word inquiry. Text it. The inquiry deletion guide is there along with 2 of my inquiry deletion letters. This is what you're going to send to the company that is furnishing the inquiry. I literally just gave y'all from A to B how to request the documents. Go request it. I need you guys getting results. I need you guys getting results, because when you get results, this is what's going to move you from getting out of bad credit. It's moving the needle forward. Let's move the needle forward to good and excellent credit. Let's get away from bad credit. It is time that we move away from things that are not working for us, things and people that are not working for us. Now is the time. Go ahead, Queen.
It was great speaking to you. I'm gonna get back on the list.
Go ahead.
I wanted to say though, within the last 3 to 4 months since I've been doing my own due diligence and stuff like that, studying, I went up 100 points.
Let's
100
go.
points. I went from like 540. Now I'm at like 635.
Let's go. Send me a screenshot, all right?
I got you.
Let's go. Hold on. Before you go, I want you to say it in the back so people can hear you.
What? In the back?
Yeah, for those that were in the back that didn't hear what you said.
So, what I'm saying, for the last 3 to 4 months that I've been studying consumer law and listening to you, I went from like a 545. Right now I'm at 635.
Let's go.
635. And I just did a little Amex inquiry, but I'm going to take care of that, get my 2 points back. But I'm working on that. And keeping your credit utilization low. That's one of the number one things, keeping that utilization low.
Let's go. Thank you. I love that. Come on. Can we get some fire in the chat for the Queen real quick? Like, can we get some fire in the chat, please? Let's get some fire in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, my connection had messed up. Someone called me.
It's all good.
Messed up. Yeah, I just started on this, so I'm trying to figure out like what to do because I looked into it before, and I know they got people that want to, you got to pay them to fix it and stuff like that. And it's like, why not do it yourself instead of paying somebody else to do it? I also got 2 student loans, a card put on there, but it's like I'm still paying it, so why was it put on my? I have a, I'm paying a note on my card. Why is it still on my? Why did you report it to the credit if I didn't tell you had authorization to do that? But are we sending the letters to the credit bureau or are we sending it to the people that put it on the credit?
All right. So the first thing I want you to delete from your vocabulary is credit bureau. I want you to use the right word because credit bureaus don't exist. It's basically a mindset thing, a mindset game. So when we understand that they have no power, they have none, right?
Right.
So let's move back into your power now. When you go and get an auto loan or a mortgage or a student loan, there's a section of the law that is called the Graham-Leach-Bailey Act. So I'm going to pull it up right now and we're going to read it together. I think somebody else wants to come on the live. All right. So we're gonna pull it up right now, and we're doing this in real time, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that I'm telling y'all, I can prove. What's going on, King? So everybody here, I want you guys to either take your second device. King, could you just mute your background a little bit for me while I go through reading this? All right, bet. So 15 USC 6801. Kimmy, could you mute your background for me a little bit too? All right, bet. So we're gonna go to 6801, right? So that's 15 USC 6801. Now, I want you guys to read what this section of the law says. We're at the Graham-Leach-Bailey Act. Privacy obligation policy. It is the policy of the Congress that each financial institution has an affirmative and continuing obligation to respect the privacy of its consumers and to protect the security and confidentiality of those consumers. Non-public personal information. Do y'all notice the type of words that were used? Privacy, security, confidentiality of your non-public personal information. See, Congress didn't define what your privacy means, but let's see what non-public information means. They have that highlighted there, so let's go see what it means. It's important that we know the meaning of words. See, non-public personal information. The term non-public personal information means personally identifiable financial information provided by a consumer to a financial institute. That's one. Two, resulting from any transaction with the consumer or any service performed for the consumer. Or three, otherwise obtained by the financial institution, period. Well, let's go on to B. B, such term does not include publicly available information, as such term is defined by the regulations prescribed under section 6804 of this title. Notwithstanding subparagraph B, such term shall include any list, description, or other grouping of consumers and publicly available information pertaining to them that is derived using any non-public personal information other publicly available information, but shall not include any list description or other grouping of consumers and publicly available information pertaining to them that is derived without using any non-public personal information. So now I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, my name is not public information. My address is not public information. My account numbers are not public information. Do you understand that you control what gets reported? Am I making myself clear, ladies and gentlemen? So that's one part, right? This is how you can wipe a whole profile if you feel like it. You can wipe anything from your report that you feel like you don't want there. It is my information, my privacy, my confidentiality. My look at the words that they're using. I'm not making this thing up. It says, where is it? What does security and confidentiality mean? See, them furnishing it on a consumer report makes it publicly available for any person to see. No, no, no. I have a right to privacy. I am invoking that right. But wait, there's more. That was 6801. Let's go to 6802. 6801 and 6802, this is how you get student loans deleted. I shouldn't be telling y'all this right now, but whatever. Y'all got me fired up, god damn it.
Hey, man.
So
That's
Long Island. It's the Long Island tea.
the Long Island is hidden.
hey, that alcohol bring the truth out, don't it?
Yes, sir.
So
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I feel like I missed. I don't feel like I missed the boat, but I know I've been listening to you in and out, here and there for a while, man. And I wasn't financially in a position to really go into your mentorship, but I'm getting there, man. And I'm jumping in. I'm going.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
You do your thing, man. And you're one of the few on this app that have been on here giving it consistently.
What, a year plus, bro? A year plus.
So that's major.
Yep.
That's major.
Yep. So we have funding, and now we're gonna also we're putting in the framework now for the in-house financing. So if you don't qualify for funding because you have really bad credit, we have 10% left, and after that 10% is done, we will finally be able to do in-house financing, meaning that we can actually finance the you coming into the university. So we're able to put you on a payment plan. So we have 10% left, as that's going to get finished this week. So for everybody that's tapped in with me, you will be getting an email and a text message this week regarding the in-house financing. And for those of you that want to become a part of the university that doesn't qualify for funding, you can get in. Can I use the funding for the university? Absolutely. I got the pre-approved. Yeah, Hollywood, let's go. You can get into it. So just log on to the website, Consumer Law Secrets University. Abir Nish, Gladys, please put the link in the chat, or you could simply just go to my bio with my Instagram.
So different letters for different reports. Is it different letters for different reports that you send out?
Remember, we're not sending it for the reports. We're sending it to the person who's furnishing it. Because remember, there's a feedback. Kimmy, just mute for a minute. There's a feedback somewhere. All right. Think about this. Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Where do they get the information from? I want y'all to think about it. And it goes over a lot of people's head, but I'm going to show y'all how simple it is. Where are they getting the information from? The banks, the credit unions, the financial institutions, furniture companies, Macy's, if you got a Macy's card, they're getting the information from the corporations that you're doing business with, right? They're getting it from LexisNexis, right? The link for the university, the creditors, because they sell our information. Hollywood, you're on point. Can I reach out to you on IG later? Absolutely. Yes, you can. Right? So if we know where they are going to get the information from, or where they're getting the information from, why not? Why not direct our letters to that person who is spreading the rumor on us? See, if Lord is in these streets saying the rain is trash, the rain is trash, and then everybody is hearing it, why am I going to go to everybody else when I can go to the person that started it so they can fix it? So I'm going to approach Lord and I'm going to say, hey, bro, stop spreading these rumors on me. Right? It makes sense. So now, when we go to these creditors, these financial institutions, these banks, we are holding them accountable to the consumer law. I know I saw Lus in here somewhere. Where did he go?
I'm here. What's good?
I hear you, but I can't see you.
I'm a ghost.
Okay, there you are. So, if we know where the information is coming from, if they put it on there, they also have the ability to delete it. Is what I'm saying making sense, guys? If Chase is reporting the information on me, Chase can delete the information. Yes? So why not go to Chase? Why am I wasting my time with these billion-dollar companies who have lawyers that can have me in court for 1,000,000 years? No, 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 no. Let's take it back to the root. I am going to approach the institution because consumer law is their language. It is not mine, it is their language. Consumer law speaks to corporation. It's guidelines how corporation must act, how they must conduct business. It is their rules of engagement. I am in the military. So my rules of engagement are, if I do a breach and I see unarmed civilians, I must not shoot. That is my rules of engagement. Do not shoot unarmed combatants, right? And if I go in and I shoot that unarmed combatant, I am now liable. I need to be held accountable. I'm going to go to jail.
That's when you put the weapon in their hand. Hey, they had a weapon.
Right? So the rules of engagement for corporations, it's clear. It's called consumer laws. It's called UCC. It's called CFRs. These are the rules that they must play by to operate in this game called commerce. So if they are not abiding by their own rules, that is why each law has a civil liability section. The civil liability section says if they don't do what they're supposed to do and you get damaged as a result of their failure, you are entitled to monetary compensation. Does it make sense now, guys? This is why I love consumer law so much. That's why I love consumer law, because if they don't do what they're supposed to do, all I need to do is find out what they were supposed to do, tell them what they're supposed to do, and if they didn't do it, you owe me some money. Run me my coins.
I had a quick question though. My name's Justice, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Talk to me.
How you doing? So, like, for example, I was just in the Experian app, and I was just messing around, and I messaged them. I found out the name of my creditor, or whatever the case is, who was responsible for Sprint. Like Sprint. Long story short, I got a phone a while ago, and I didn't pay the bill, so they sent it to collections or something like that. So I asked the collection agency. I said, "Can you pull up my account?" And they said they couldn't even find my account. So I went through Experian and tried to do a dispute, and I don't know if they denied or approved or whatever the case is. Regardless of the fact, it's still on my credit, even though they said that the account with Sprint doesn't even exist.
So let me ask you another question. When did this collections account pop up on your report?
At least I'm gonna say at least 2019.
2019.
I mean, it's probably before that, but I'm gonna just say 2019 because that's what
All right. I want you to do something for me. Text the word delete. So there's a thing called debt validation. Do you know about debt validation?
Yeah.
All right.
A little bit about it.
I have a training that I made specifically for collections. I want you to text the word, what is it? Validation. I want you to text me the word validation. VALIDATION. Text me the word validation to 917-810-3329. I'm going to say it one more time. Text the word validation. If you have a collections problem, anything to do with debt collection, text me text me validation. Text me the word validation to 917-810-3329. I did a training on debt validation and what is required for debt validation.
And do you do one-on-one sessions or?
Unfortunately not. I do one-to-many because you see we're here for 2 hours and I have 130 people on YouTube. I got 58 here on IG and I got probably another 207 that passed through this clubhouse room. So the time that I would take to do a one-on-one altogether is close to 500 people. So for me, one-on-ones don't make sense. But what I do is when you join the university every Sunday and Monday, we have a Zoom call. Just like this, we're on a Zoom. You can bring your reports. We can break down the whole reports. We can go through what letters you need, where you need to send it. I offer that in my mentorship. It's not one-on-one, it's one-to-many, but you're able to speak with me Sundays and Mondays. The class goes anywhere from an hour to 2. Sometimes we're on there for 4 hours. But know this, if you're in my mentorship, we will not finish a call without answering all your questions.
Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome.
I'll see you soon.
Let's go, bro.
Hey, Dwayne,
Yes, sir.
question. So I came into the room because it's specifically talking about inquiries.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to you. And I just actually went through that situation where trying to get inquiries removed from my credit report.
Mm-hmm.
So I reached out to the agencies that were on my report, and they're telling me, one of them specifically said that they were authorized, or the request was given to them by the auto company. Okay, so I went to purchase a vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Mitsubishi submitted my credit report to these different, financing companies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about 4 different financing companies that they sent it to. One approved it, Alley Bank financed it, but the others did not. But they're saying they got permission from the dealership to get to pull my credit report.
Really?
So does this pertain to, yes. So when I tried to dispute it with them, they said, well, you need to contact the dealership because that's who contacted them.
So this is what I keep telling y'all. Do not go to the consumer reporting agencies. They are not the ones that put it on. I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna tie it up. Just follow me real quick. You see, the dealership that you went to, you gave the dealership permission. Yes. But if the other companies that you did not give permission to says you gave permission, all you have to do is request the document. You see what I'm saying, Paris? So if they say that you gave them permission, request the document that you gave them permission.
So that means I need to request the document.
Yes. No. The dealership might have. Come on, Paris. You've been doing so well. Okay. I go to Mercedes-Benz, right? Mercedes-Benz ran the credit with 15 other financial institutions, right? I gave Mercedes-Benz permission. 2-3 months has passed. Now I'm ready to dispute all the other inquiries. Only one company gave me financing, right? So that means there's 14 other inquiries on there that I need to delete. Are you following me so far?
Right.
So now I am going to go to each one of these 14 companies and I'm going to tell them, delete the inquiry. I did not give you permission. Right? The first thing they're going to say is, oh, I got permission from Mercedes-Benz. I'm not going to fight with you. I am now going to request the document. The law says that permissible purpose must be given, right? Hold on one second. Hey, King, could you just mute your background real quick for me? I'll bring you on in just a second. So, Paris, do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing. All I'm asking is, if you said that I gave you permission, send me the document that proved that I did. That's all I'm asking for. Now, when you cannot provide the document, that turns to a whole different story.
I got you. I found myself going back and forth with her because I tried that.
No, don't go back and forth with nobody.
I actually spoke to a supervisor.
Don't go back and forth. Everything in writing. Do not speak to these people. Everything needs to be in writing. Court starts in the mail. You're not going to argue with nobody. Don't argue with nobody. Don't do it. Ask them simply, I gave you permission. Okay, provide me a copy of the document where I, Darain Delavante, gave you XYZ Finance permission to pull my credit. That's it. We're not arguing with nobody. Provide me the document that gave you the permission. That's all I'm asking for.
And then at what point, if they refuse to, then what's the remedy?
So if they refuse to provide you the document, what does that simply mean, my brother? They don't have it.
Right.
So if they don't have it, what does 15 USC 1681Q says about willfully pulling it without a permissible purpose? What does 15 USC, not 15, what does 18 USC 1028 says about using people's information without permission? What does 18 USC 1028A says about aggravated identity theft? Are you following me, Paris?
I got you.
I'm not fighting with nobody. I'm not. If you say I gave you permission, just provide a document. That's all I'm asking for. Now, if you're gonna go around the corner and you cannot provide me the information I'm requesting, it simply means you do not have it. And then I'm gonna get the CFPB, the BBB, the FTC, and my state attorney general involved because now I'm making complaints to everybody. Paris, you're quiet. I don't like the fact that you're quiet. Talk to me.
No, I got you. I'm just processing it, man. I'm processing it. That's all. When I get quiet, I try to visualize it and put it all together based on what the conversation was. So I'm trying to replay the conversation I had with them and see where.
So now you're gonna write them a letter. That's it. You're just gonna write a letter. XYZ institution, I am on this date. You said that I gave you permissible purpose to pull my credit report. I am requesting, as per 15 USC 1681 B A2, I am requesting the written document where I gave you permission. That's all. It's a simple letter. I'm requesting the document where I gave you permission. That's all I want. And if I gave you that permission, you should have that document, right?
So my letter should read, to whom it may concern.
Nope. Find out who the financial manager is. Either they have a financial manager, a CFO, or the president or CEO. You're going to address it. But notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. That means anybody in the institution that receives it, proper receipt was done on your end. Send it certified mail, green return receipt, because you need to be able to track that they received it, and you need to know that a representative got it. So now when you're ready for your civil liability lawsuit, either through arbitration or court, wherever you want to go and do it, you have documentation supporting what you're doing. You see, my brother, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Lord, Lust, if I said anything out of terms, please give me a check. I'm open to all criticisms.
Yeah, me too. Shit. It's a few of y'all I fuck with, man. You want
I bet, King.
Listen. Hey, the ring. Silence is acquiescence.
I didn't even say that part. Thank you, Lord. See, this is why you got to have great people around you. I don't remember everything. They can't produce it. Their silence is the acquiescence. But most importantly, you have proof that in good faith, you requested the document. They are now in dishonor because they cannot substantiate their claim. They said you gave them permission, and you asked in good faith to provide me with the document where I gave you permission. Provide me the document.
Okay, so look, listen, I don't want to be redundant, but I just want to clarify this because you keep saying that they said that I gave them permission.
Isn't that what they said?
No, what they told me was that they gave them permission.
Who's they?
The auto finance, Mitsubishi. They said, well, Mitsubishi is the one who put in the request.
Mitsubishi cannot give permission for you.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what I'm trying to get to you, beloved. You gave Mitsubishi the permission. If they say they got permission, show me the document. That's what I'm saying. Show me the document. I hope this is good. Like I hope y'all are getting something from this. I hope this is good, man. All right, I'm gonna go to YouTube and Facebook. I'm gonna answer some questions, then I'm gonna get right back into it. So just bear with me a little bit. Let's see what YouTube and Facebook has been saying. I definitely cannot leave them out. These guys always show up in numbers, and they show up in numbers. So just let me see what's going on here. Obligation with respect to disclosures. Yep, that's how you get student loans and stuff deleted. Burned on Babylon. Yo, y'all are crazy. Does the payment reports to the credit as good payment history for the funding? It's up to you. Remember, you're learning how to delete trade lines. You're learning to do a lot of stuff. So, as it pertains to the reporting, you want to have trade, like if you have a thin profile, you want to have these lines of credit reporting properly, because even though it doesn't tie into your consumer report, but it is a factor on your FICO. Your credit report, your consumer report, and your FICO are two different things. Payment history, length of credit, utilization, new credit, none of that stuff matters on your consumer profile. Your credit report, that stuff doesn't do anything. But the information that is used from your consumer report that is put into FICO, it now becomes a factor. Your reports by itself is just information on you. The FICO now has the factors that the algorithm uses when it gets your report. A lot of people think that the FICO and your consumer report are the same things. They are not. They're separate things. They're not the same. Your credit report is independent of your FICO. You need the credit report, though, to generate a FICO. Does that make sense? It sounds a little confusing, but if you think about it, it's not. Your credit report does not need FICO. It does not need it. But you cannot have a FICO without your credit report. Does that make sense, guys?
Sure.
Yes? Let me see some yes in the chat.
Makes sense to me.
All right, let me give y'all another clue. I'm gonna give y'all another trick. How I get a lot of stuff deleted. I always get my letter notarized. Every letter I send out, I always get them notarized. Every single last one of them. Every letter I send out, I get them notarized. Every single one. Because at any given time, I can use my notary as a witness. A notary is an agent of the court. That's a little gem for y'all, all right? All right, so now, before we close out, I'm going to go over one of my inquiry deletion letters. There's two letters, but I'm only going to go over one.
Can I ask my question real quick?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, King. My bad, bro. I be getting so caught up in this, bro. I just go crazy.
No worries. I appreciate you, by the way, too.
Thank you.
So you did like the Father's Day thing where you gave out a letter for
child support.
Yeah, so I did that, and I got a letter back from them. I could read it.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not sure if you're hearing me, bro, but the circle is spinning. I'm not sure if your internet went down. Going once, going twice. All right, maybe if I remove you and you, yep. All right, yeah. Let's see if he can get back in when he comes back. All right, bet. So now, while that's happening, let me see. Thanks, thanks, Illuminate Abundance. My pleasure. Right, you're welcome. Can medical collection be taken off your credit report? Absolutely. Now, when it comes to Nana, you're killing it. Let's go, Nana. When it comes to medical collection, remember, now in July, medical collections under $500 should just fall off of everybody's report. If you have medical collections on your report right now, that's $500 or less. Is it five or six? I can't remember.
I think it's six. I think it's six, and it started in July, right?
Yeah. So it's six, right? So don't quote me on this one. You know what? Let me just look it up. Dorian, just look it up. I know it's medical collection. It should be like under 600. It should, for anybody that has medical collections under 600, it should just fall right off your report. Medical collections under 600.
But is that worldwide? For some reason, I thought that was in New York only.
No. New York is you're talking about a different law. It's nationwide. So if it's under $600, it's supposed to fall off. If it doesn't, it's simple. Just send a letter. It's a simple letter. Just send that letter. The medical collections should come off with no problem. Um, on my website, thereeindelevante.com, there's a medical collections letter there. It's medical collections is really easy to get deleted, guys. Oh, his phone died. Okay, bet. Whether it's a paid collection or like, don't pay collections. I'm gonna say this one more time. Do not pay collections. I'm sure you've heard this from a lot of people. Don't pay collections. Do you know why you're not supposed to pay collections? Has anyone that told you not to pay collection ever explained to you why you're not supposed to pay collections? I am waiting for an answer, guys. Talk to me. So I know you've heard this before, so I'm going to repeat myself. I know you've heard this time and time before. Do not pay collections. Right? Hey, Mama. Shout out to Mama on the line. Mama T. Right? I know you've heard a lot of people say, don't pay collection. But for everyone that was telling you, don't pay collection, do you know where that comes from? Let me get some answers here, guys. Let me get some answers. Let me start with Clubhouse. Nope. Okay. They start all over again. Nope. Okay. It's illegal.
We don't owe the debt collector.
Well, not necessarily. See, you owe it if you say you do. You don't owe it if you say you don't. It's all up to you because it's an alleged debt, according to the definition. But for everybody that's saying that don't pay collections, do you actually know where the don't pay collections actually come from? All right, I'm a sidetrack a little bit. I love giving this information out because when people get it, they get so powerful. Do y'all want me to give y'all the information on where it came from? It's not because it's already paid. Statute of limitations is one of them. Do y'all want to know where it comes from? Let me know. If not, I'll just go back to the letter and we'll forget that part. Do y'all want to know where it comes from? When people say don't pay collection, do you want to know the source behind don't pay collection? Who wants to know? If y'all want to know, let me know and I'll tell you. If you don't, I'll just go back to the letter. I don't see enough yeses. I don't see enough fire in the chat. I don't see it yet. Nope, nope, nope. I don't see it yet. Clubhouse, I don't see y'all. Nope, I don't see y'all saying nothing. Do y'all want to know the source? So the next time you guys hear somebody say don't pay collection, ask them, where did you get that information from? Just ask them that simple question. Where did you get the information from? And if they cannot provide where they got it from, you know that they're in these streets just copying people. All right. All right, you know I'm a sucker for y'all, so I'm just gonna give y'all anyway. I am just gonna give y'all the gems anyway. Right now, I want you guys to put in your phone, and I'm not just telling you. I am gonna show you where it comes from. Type in your phone 15 USC 1692 CC. 15 USC 1692 CC. Let me know when y'all got it. When y'all got it, let me see. What do I want in the chat? Let me see some money in the chat. Yeah, there we go. When you find it, let me see some money in the chat. When you find it, let me see some money in the chat. 15 USC 1692 CC. Shout out to you, King. What's going on? How you doing? All right, I'm about to drop some game right now. All right, so I want you to go to CC, right? Communication. And I'm going to follow me while I read. Communication with the consumer generally. Without the prior consent of the consumer given directly to the debt collector or the express permission of a court of competent jurisdiction, right? A debt collector may not communicate with a consumer in connection with the collection of any debt. Now that's A, but what we want is C. So when you scroll down to C, it's called ceasing communication. Let me see y'all put in the chats. Ceasing communication. If you've ever heard of a cease and desist, this is where cease and desist comes from. So cease and desist comes from 15 USC 1692 CC. So I want y'all to listen to me real quick. When someone tells you don't pay collections, this is the law that supports don't pay collection. It says, and I quote, if a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt, that's it. The consumer can refuse to pay a debt collector. So when they say don't pay collections, this is where it comes from. Under ceasing communication, a consumer can notify a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt. That's the source of where it comes from. So yes, the consumer can refuse to pay a debt collector as per 15 USC 1692 CC. That's where it comes from. So when you hear people saying don't pay collections, ask them, what does that mean and where did you get that from? This is where it comes from. 15 USC 1692 CC. All right.
So what does that mean? Does that mean even though you refuse to pay the debt, that means legally they cannot put that on your credit report?
No. So what that means is you can refuse to pay an alleged debt. And this is where now you would need to learn also what proper debt validation is. You see, if you only say that you refuse to pay a debt and you don't know how to defend yourself,
Okay.
you got to know, like, it's one thing to say it, but do you actually know how to defend it? So let me give you another example. A lot of people you're going to hear say everything is already paid. What does that mean? It's it's one thing to say that it's already paid, but can you prove that it's already paid? How do you prove it? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Lust, Lord, am I saying anything out of context, brothers?
If anyone read 1592 C for themselves, I don't know if that's confusing.
I just wanted to make sure that I'm being crystal clear. So you can refuse to pay it. There's absolutely nothing that says you have to pay it. You just read it. You just read it. The law right here says if a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt, or that the consumer wishes the debt collector to cease further communication with the consumer, the debt collector shall not communicate further with the consumer with respect to such debt, except, and they have a list of conditions down here that the debt collectors can invoke: specified remedy, efforts to terminate, invoke remedy that's specified to them. You can actually do the same thing. It is not a one-way street, it's a two-way street. But when it comes to you not paying a collection, this is where it comes from. But you need to know more than just saying, hey, I refuse to pay this debt. You need to know actually how to defend yourself. And this is what you're going to learn in the university. I will teach you now proper debt validation. What does the new law say about debt validation? How do you ask for proper debt validation? All right, bro, you're back. I hope your internet is working.
Yeah, I'm back. I went out for a minute.
Not you, Price. There was another king on the live.
Yeah, my phone had died, but it was pertaining to the child support letter that you guys sent out, and so I received a letter back from them.
From who? Who did you receive it from?
State of Michigan. State of Michigan.
What does it say? No, who exactly was it addressed from? Like, what's there?
Let me see. Department of Health and Human Services.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so they were saying like per MCL 552.512, the Michigan Child Support program must report payers with 2 or more months of unpaid support to the credit bureau agency. It says your arrears balance is indicated above. It says Michigan Child Support Enforcement System updates the credit bureau agencies on one time per month, which they report twice each month online. It says once the child support obligation is paid in full, there is no further reporting.
So let me ask you a question. Did you ask them any of that?
No.
Do you remember what the child support letter asked for?
It was asked for proof of something. I don't remember everything off top.
So this is where now it's important before you guys send out the letters that you know what the letters are asking for. Because if you know what my child support letter is asking for, it never asks for none of that. I'm asking, where is the proof, number one, that I went into contract? Child support is under contract law. You have to enter into an agreement. You have to be enrolled in the program. Who enrolled you in the program? Who put you in there? If you didn't do it, who stole your identity? Somebody did. Who did it?
Yeah, because I'm not even on birth certificate. Like my name's not even.
So I say to you again, King, who enrolled you in the program? Who used an identification of you to enroll you in a program that you had no idea about? These are the questions. So the questions are in there. Did they prove under debt validation? They need to prove the debt, right? Where is the evidence that the child is yours?
They don't have that proof.
Then how can they enroll you in a program that you didn't enroll in? How can they tie you to a debt that they cannot prove is yours? So you're going to I want you to reread that child support letter, because that same letter, I had a person last week got a child support deleted from it. Resend that letter, and you're going to let them know that everything they sent to you. So that letter that they sent to you, I want you to get a marker, black marker, and I want you to write refuse for cause without dishonor. So refuse for cause without dishonor, guilty to the fact upon proof of claim. So you can use a red, I rather use a red ink, use a red marker and just write that all over it. Write it on the back, write it over it. And you're going to put that there along with the letter, and you're going to say, I never asked you for any of this information. I specifically ask you for proof where I enrolled into the program, because you have to be enrolled in child support. That's one. Number two, you're going to ask for the debt validation. And in that debt validation, you are asking that they must prove that the child is yours. How do you know the child is yours? How do I know? I don't know the child is mine. I don't. So if you're going to say, I am liable for this obligation, if you're saying I am an obligor, and remember, you are not an obligor. An obligor is a thing, a property. You are a natural man, created in the likeness and the image of God. Child support speaks to an obligor, not a natural person. There's a difference between the two. So I can't give you a full consultation over this. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is why I tell people, like, you got to get tapped in to the university. It goes deeper. You are a man. You are not an obligor.
So as far as them reporting twice a month on my credit report, I can also go and get paid for this.
Hold on. 1 second. Go ahead, bro. Lord, was that you?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So I was just about to share. Yeah, like especially when it comes to child support. Funny thing, he said whatever state he's in, right? It's the Department of Health and Human Services. So and kick this, right? The Department of Health and Human Services is one of the only executive agencies, right, that has an EIN number. Yeah, and most state agency state EIN numbers are bound to either the comptroller, which is the state treasury, or the Department of Health and Human Services. And the executive the United States Department of Health and Human Services is the only one, right, with a cage number, a commercial number, in terms of I forget what exactly cage stands for, but if you go to the SAM system and all that good stuff, right, you'll be able to see all those details, right? And at the end of the day, right, it's like what Dwayne is pointing out, you have to separate yourself from whatever entity is being created to attach this specific obligation. Like, bro, your case right now, oh my days, man, oh my, that's a loss. If most men understood the capacity as men, right? And they were in your situation. Oh, you don't have the birth certificate, this and that, someone just whatever, and you're coming at me with it. Oh my God! If men knew
It's a slam dunk, bro.
Bro. Hey, you can continue though.
I sent them the letter. I sent them a letter that from them that said
right.
that
But look. It doesn't matter whether you sent the letter, right? You can send the letter, but what about after the letter? Well, what about your spirit, right? You know what I'm saying? You can send out the letter all you like. You can write all you like, right? But the substance of what you're writing, it has to be carried in that spirit. If it's not there, then you really don't have standing, right? And then they'll send you something to make you think, oh, this motherfucker's crazy, right? And you might accept it. You know, whereas that saying about standing on your square, that the essence of standing on your square, right, is when someone is, quote unquote, you know, that famous term we hear a lot in Clubhouse, right? Gaslighting, right? Because that's what happens in these situations. When you're standing up for your rights, when you're exercising your rights, these motherfuckers gaslight the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? They make you think like you're crazy for doing this. So like I said, like for your situation, bro, oh my God. No, oh my God, man.
Your name is not even on the birth certificate?
No.
Bro. What child support, bro? No. I want you to please reread the letter.
Okay.
Reread the letter. And I want you to, before you resend it, I want you to comprehend the content that's there.
Okay.
Know what the letter is asking for, and you will see that they didn't provide you anything that you requested. Why didn't they provide you with what you requested?
They have it.
So are you going to accept what they sent you?
No.
All right, bro. There you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah.
There you go. There's this one guy on YouTube that I want you to look up. His name is Amin Osiris. If you put in YouTube IVD _ destroyer. This guy's name is Amin Osiris. I've seen a lot of people, but he's by far the coldest I've seen with child support.
All right.
Yep, his name is Amin Osiris. Amin Osiris. IVD _ destroyer. He's cold with it, bro. And I give flowers where the flowers. He's cold with it, bro. Like, this dude is cold. Like, the way I am with consumer law, he's like that with child support.
Okay.
This dude is on a different level.
That's what IVD means.
Yeah, 4D, Title 4D, yeah. Title 4D, because child support falls under Title 4D of the Social Security Act. It's not even in color of law. Am I saying this right? Lord, help me out here.
What were you trying to express? The aspect of color of law?
That child support is, there we go. It's color of law, not positive law. There's a difference. Child support is in,
exactly.
Yeah. So child support is in color of law. I mean, it's not real law. And we need to understand that it's a business. Child support was not intended to benefit the custodial parent, which is the mother of the child. Child support intent was for the U.S. Treasury. This is all in the law, bro. I don't have my child support notes here. That's why I'm not going to go on a tangent with this. If I did, I would, but I don't. So I'm going to, keep on my square right now. But this dude, Amin Osiris, IVD _ destroyer, he is the coldest brother I've heard on child support.
All right.
So I would urge you to go binge watch his channel. And I want you to come back on next week's live.
Okay.
So I'm a man of my word. So I take promises very seriously. I want you to come back on next week's live. It's at 5 p.m. Come back on next week's live and tell me what you learned. I will be asking you this.
All right. I got you.
IVD _ destroyer. He is the coldest. And you know what? Let's talk about child support next week. How about that? Let's use next week's live to talk about child support.
Come here.
So, Lord and Lust, I hope you guys can join us next week. But I want to talk about child support next week.
I'll definitely in there, bro.
Let's.
I have first-hand experience. So I'm definitely in there.
All right. So next week, tell everybody here, tell all your friends that you think that will benefit from this. Next week, we're going to talk about child support. Bite your tongue, bite your tongue. Say hell yeah, I'll be there even though I don't have child.
I'm glad you know, man.
I had that joint on my credit report. It was off within 2 months of me finding out it was on my credit report.
And that's the other thing too, Lord. So with your experience, I would definitely like for you to go through. I know a few of my mentees have gotten child support deleted, but the thing is, we haven't had that much child support in the university. So this gives us now an opportunity to learn, especially from you that has had it on your report and got it deleted. And for you, King, I really want you to do some research on this. Listen to Guy, bro. I'm in Osiris. And I want you to come back on the live next week because we're going to be talking about this, all right? I definitely want to see you do well. I want to see your credit where it's supposed to be. I want you to be a great king that's going to do great things, all right, bro?
Yeah, appreciate you. My credit score is good. And ain't like that business credit too. It's just this.
Let's get it off.
Yeah, man.
Let's get it off.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate you.
All right, no problem, King. Let's go. All right, so let me go into the letter now. One letter. I'm going to do one letter. And then I am going to go ham. Then we're going to go. So for everybody that's just here, if you have inquiry issues, at the top of the link, if you're on Clubhouse, I have the link at the top. Just click the link. It will get you the 24-hour express inquiry deletion guide. If you're on YouTube and Instagram, just text me. Text me the word inquiry. Text the word inquiry to 917-810-3329. So text me the word inquiry to 917-810-3329 to get a copy of your 24-hour express inquiry deletion guide and the letters that come with it. LOL, I've been looking for this dude. Let's go, man. We're all here to give gems. We're all here to add value to each other. So let me go into this inquiry deletion letter, right? So this inquiry deletion letter is also a request and a demand for my $1,000. They didn't send it though. I'm gonna let y'all know. So I need to take them to arbitration. That's why I'm gonna get paid. So I said notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. So this is in regards to an unauthorized inquiry on my consumer report and a demand for deletion and $1,000 settlement. They didn't send me no $1,000. I'm gonna let y'all know. They didn't send me no $1,000 because I didn't take them to arbitration. I didn't take them to arbitration. That's why I didn't get paid. So when I decide to go to arbitration, because I'm printing my reports out and I'm going to do a demand for settlement, this is where I'm going to get paid. I thought I gave you the info a minute ago. What info are we talking about? Heed the truth. I think I missed the whole conversation here. All right, bet. I'll catch up with y'all later. All right. So this is a blank letter. So I have to whom it may concern. But what I want you guys to look up is either the finance manager. Like if this is an inquiry to an auto loan, or if it's an inquiry from a bank or whatever, just look up like who is the credit advisor, or who is the CEO, or who is the president. Just look that information up, because notice to agent is notice to principal, and notice to principal is notice to agent. Regarding unauthorized inquiry to my consumer report, demand for deletion and $1,000 settlement. To whom it may concern, you are in violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 U.S.C. 1681, A3F1. So when we go to A3F1 for unlawfully obtaining my, in this case, I use TransUnion as an example, consumer report on 10/21/2020. without my authorization or a permissible purpose. Under the 15 USC 1681 Fair Credit Reporting Act and its guidelines for permissible purpose, a person shall not use or obtain a consumer report for any purpose unless, number one, the consumer report is obtained for a purpose for which the consumer report is authorized to be furnished under the section. Number two, the purpose is certified. You see, the purpose is certified in accordance with section 1681BF. Now, this is a case law. So you can also ask for a certification. Can government loans be deleted from a consumer report? Yes. Yes, it can. 15 USC 1681 BC, furnishing reports in connection with credit or insurance transaction that are not initiated by the consumer. 3. Information regarding inquiries, except as provided in section 1681 GAF 1681 GA5 of this title, a consumer reporting agency shall not furnish to any person a record of inquiries in connection with a credit or insurance transaction that is not initiated by the consumer. So these are the law that are saying that if you, the consumer, did not initiate these transaction, they are not supposed to furnish these inquiries. I have not initiated any transaction. In this case, I use Credit Plus as my example. I do not have an account as defined under 15 USC 1693A2 with Credit Plus for review or collection. Furthermore, under the FCRA, any person who knowingly and willfully obtain information on a consumer from a consumer reporting agency under false pretenses shall be fined under Title 18, imprisoned for not more than 2 years or both. 15 USC 1681 NA. So, what am I saying? If you notice how my letters are built, they are built with straight laws, straight facts. It's going directly to the law that speaks to the point that I want to go to. I took it even further and put it 15 USC 1681 Q, obtaining information under false pretenses. Any person who knowingly and willfully obtains information on a consumer from a consumer reporting agency under false pretenses shall be fined under Title 18, imprisoned for not more than 2 years or both. So I am letting them know right away. Court cases are on Experian account. By disputing them, is that how you expunge your record? When it comes to court cases, you can dispute them if you want to, but when it comes to expunging a record, I have no experience with it. I cannot give an honest opinion on it because I don't know. I've never expunged a record. If we're talking about cleaning a credit report, that I can tell you, delete all the accounts. It's easy to clean a report. But if you're talking about expunging something, I don't know how to do that. I've never done that before. So now, under civil liability for willful noncompliance, in general, any person who willfully fails to comply with any requirement imposed under this title with respect to a consumer is liable to that consumer in the amount equal to the sum of. And then B says, in the case of liability of a natural person for obtaining a consumer report under false pretenses or knowingly without a permissible purpose, actual damages sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure, or $1,000, whichever is greater. So then I list my specified remedy and I let them know what I wanted. So this is where I'm telling them I want the accounts deleted. Now they will give you a pushback and say, oh, like what they told Paris, we got permission from this person, right? This is where now you send the letter that's asking, since you got permission, send me, right? Send me the permissible purpose document. That's it. Send me the permissible purpose document. If you have permission, send me the document. When they refuse to send you the document, and when they cannot send you the document, and when they don't respond to you, this is where you're going to use now the 15 USC 1681N and 15 USC 1681Q, 18 USC 1028, and then you're going to use 18 USC 1028A. This is where you're going to build a new letter around that, and you're going to send it in, and the next step after that is arbitration. That's how you get inquiries deleted, and that's how you get paid for inquiries. Ladies and gentlemen, whew, we have come to the end of the session. 2 hours and 30 minutes later. Sheesh! I hope you guys learned a lot today. I'm working on finishing up the 30-day course. So, can government, what's the next step after you send the truth in lending when they replied back? Well, you have to know what they reply back with first, Stefan. After you know what they reply with, then you can build a rebuttal. It's hard to anticipate what they're going to rebut. But when you know the information, it doesn't matter what they rebut. If you are on the phone call, I mean, if you're on the Zoom calls with me, if you guys, I saw a couple guys came in just now. Where are they? When you're in the university, so the university, guys, it gives you access to me. It gives you access to everything that I create. This is an ongoing subscription, right? You're going to be on calls. See, the way you guys are here right now, it's hard to give you the information because we're on a live. I'm about to go because I have to finish the course. On Sundays and Mondays, you guys have me from anywhere from 1 hour to 3 hours. Right? Anywhere from 1 hour to 3 hours. This is where we're breaking it down. Bring your credit reports. Bring your issues. Even if you own a credit repair business, bring what you're going through with your clients. I will give you the answers. It's important that you're around a campfire where everybody thinks like you. It's important that you are around people that is constantly feeding into that campfire. It's important for you to be around people that's on the same mission as you. Having accountability partners. Like, let me see a raise of hands right now of everybody that has an accountability partner. Let me see everybody right now that has an accountability partner. Shout out to Kimberly. The university is the best investment I ever made. Let's go. Can we use these laws for a letter to the companies like Intelus, companies scraping for personal information? Yes, Illuminate, you can, especially the Gramm-Leach Bailey Act. See, they can scrape for information all they want. What you can do is you can block that information from being reported. You can opt out. And that is what 6801 and 6802 speaks about. Hollywood, what I want you to do, I'm going to send you right now in the chat my email, and I'm going to have my team work on it. Contact. So I'm going to send my email right now, CONTACT, contact at Derain Delevante. So that's contact at Derain Delevante. Where's the dot? Dot com. So DARN. Okay, boom. So that's my email. Hollywood, what I want you to do is email me, contact at DerainDelevante.com. And what I'll have my team do, because like I said, we should be able to finish it this week. And when we do, we will send the information out to you. So that is my email, contact, CONTACT at DARAINEDELEVANTE.com. Send me an email. Let me know that you were on the live and you are inquiring about the in-house financing. Okay? And I will have the team get in contact with you, and then we'll work out how we will be able to get that done. So for everyone on here, from your favorite island boy, can government loans be deleted from a credit report? Yes. The stoic one, the answer to that is yes. It doesn't matter if it's a government loan. An account is an account. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It being a government loan, it doesn't make it special. Like, we treat all accounts the same way. Cause I'm an island boy, just trying to make it. I'm an island boy. Man, my Long Island iced tea turned to water. I'm about to go get me a whole new one. Y'all kept me on this live too long. What to do if debt collector is trying to sue you? If you've received a summons, the first thing I'm going to say is get you a consumer lawyer. Anything that has to do with court, get a lawyer. If it's there or it's going there, get a lawyer. Get a consumer lawyer. Get a consumer lawyer. I will not steer you wrong. Go get yourself a consumer lawyer. If it's before court, you want to hit them with a debt validation or a notice for debt validation and a proof of claim with a cease and desist built in. Do you know about predatory loans for auto repairs and them charging ridiculous interest percentage rate? Yes, that is called usury laws. I did a live alpha. Go on my website, DerainDelevante.com. And there's a letter there. It's called usury law swindle letter. That's the letter that you're going to use. But I also want you to go on YouTube. So for everybody that's here, I hope you guys are following me on YouTube. Go to YouTube, and I want you to look for a video called Usury Law. I did a live on that, I believe, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I spoke about each state has a usury law that creditors are not supposed to exceed, but they do it anyway. But if you don't know what your state usury law is, or the amount of interest that is capped, you won't know what to do. So I have a letter. It's called the usury law swindle letter, and I have a video on YouTube called, I think it's called usury high interest rates explained, usury law. It's called something like that, but you need to go and find it. It's on my YouTube. Get that with the letter and you will understand what you need to do. So guys, I'm about to go, but before I go, for those of you who just came in, if you want to delete your inquiries, I want you guys to text me. Text me the word inquiry to 917-810-3329. Text me the word inquiry to 917-810-3329 to get the 24 Express Inquiry Deletion Guide. If you're on Clubhouse, the link is at the top. please don't forget to follow the club. Follow the club, turn the bell on, follow me, follow each other. Let's show each other some support. Social currency goes a far way. And I really love consumer law conversations with y'all. I really do. Consumer law conversation, I love having them with y'all. So every Friday, I'm here every Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Been doing it over a year now, and I will continue to do it every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless something happens, I won't be here. But if everything is good, I will be here every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, we will speak about child support. So we will be speaking about child support next week. I urge everybody that has a child support issue, look up this guy on YouTube called Amen Osiris, IVD underscore destroyer. Like I said, guys, he is the coldest that I've seen in the game when it comes to child support. I can get a child support deleted. That's not my issue. But I'm telling you, this guy takes child support to a whole nother level. So his name is Amen Osiris. If you got a child support issue, I really recommend you guys watching his videos. I touch on child support, but I do not go as extensive as Amen Osiris goes. I don't. And I'm letting you know that I don't. I can give you the letter to get the stuff deleted, but Amen Osiris takes it to a different level. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please remember, inquiries, there is nothing special about inquiries. So let's get the inquiries deleted the right way. Let's get the inquiries deleted the right way. Do not put your accounts at risk for fraud alert by doing it incorrectly. We've been on here for 2.5 hours, and I taught you the correct way to delete inquiries. I taught you guys the correct way to delete inquiries. Let's please not use the incorrect way anymore, because now you have the right information. Okay? With great information, with great powers. No, how does Spider-Man say it? With great powers come great responsibilities. I need y'all to be responsible with the information you are learning here. Each one, teach one. Go teach somebody else. And I'm telling you, like, let me see a show of hands right now. I know a lot of people left because I'm leaving, but let me see. I want to do a quick note. How much people are interested in joining my university? Like, let me see y'all put me in the chat. So if you're on Clubhouse, drop me in the chat. If you're on Instagram, put me in the chat. If you are on YouTube, let me see y'all put me. If you're on Facebook, let me see y'all put me. How many of you are interested in joining the university? Like, how many people right now rock with me and you want to study with me? Let me see everybody that wants to join the university and everybody that wants to study with me. I'm going to drop my email address. Let's go, Paris. I'm waiting on you, bro. Success, love, speed. Let's go, Paris.
I'm coming. Put it all in order, man.
Let's go.
I got 8 kids, bro.
Woo! You need to be building an army, and guess what, Paris? Each one, you need to start building out their profiles. As soon as they reach 18, you probably could even do it now. Start getting each one an LLC. Come on, Paris. We got 5 more to go.
And my 22, and I'm working my way down.
Yep, we got 5 more to go. We need everybody positioned.
And I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. I'm winging this shit.
That's why you need the training. Come into the university. I got you. I got a whole coach on business credit. So I'm dropping my email in the chat right now. So contact at DoraineDelevante.com. If you guys are interested in joining and being a part of the university, I want you guys to email me and let me know that you guys want to be a part of it. And as soon as we get the in-house financing up, I will be reaching out to y'all before everybody else. So DARAINE at Yahoo. Not Yahoo. Darian, what are you thinking? .com. So that's contact CONTACT at DARAINEDELEVANTE. If you want to be a part of the university and you want to study with me, send me an email. Um, we'll send you the link to the university. You can apply for funding. If you don't get funding or if you don't have the funds to pay for it up front, we will work out the in-house financing. But there's absolutely no reason why you guys shouldn't be getting this information. So I'm going to either use other people's money to get you in the university or we'll figure out financing. But regardless, something is going to happen. So email me, right? I just sent my email in there. Email me. Contact CONTACT at DoraineDelevante.com. Email me. Let me know that you want to be a part of it.
It's not in there, bro. Your email, I don't see it in the chat.
Oh, I'm going to put it in the clubhouse chat. I do apologize. I didn't get to do that yet. Contact CONTACT at DoraineDelevante.com. So that's contact at DoraineDelevante.com. Guys, do not be shy. Email me. I'm telling y'all, email me. My phone number, 917-810-3329. Text me. It is a text number. Text me. You guys can text me. Next, can we go over how to write a rescission? So the rescission, I don't discuss that on live. That's the one topic I will not discuss on live because information can be misstrued. That's something that I teach in my university, and that's something that I'm currently working on doing. So I am doing that right now. I don't teach that on live. I will not discuss certain parts of truth in lending on the live. It's a very dangerous section, and when it's misused, it can put a lot of people in a lot of issues if you don't know what you're doing. So, like I said, I'm gonna give it to y'all straight. I'm not going around no corners. I'm just gonna give it to y'all straight. Is either you're gonna like it or you're not. But I'm gonna give you the information straight. So, guys, I'm gonna go. Email me, text me. You got inquiries? Text me inquiry to 917-810-3329. From your favorite island boy. I'm about to go. I need to go finish making the 30-day course. I got a 30-day course coming up, y'all. You guys are gonna love it. I'm gonna say this again. You guys are gonna love it. I just made a 14-day course, a boot camp, and it's being put into the university right now. On the 30-day, I'm about to finish it. That's gonna get put in the university as well. And then for all my credit repair business owners, I have a special training, a mentorship that I'm launching very soon. I'm going to teach each and every one of you how to scale your business to making an extra $50,000 to $100,000 per year. I'm going to be rolling that out very, very soon. So everybody that has a credit repair business or you want to open a credit repair business, I will be launching a thing for you guys. This is going to be one of my most exciting things because I really have a passion for this. I really have a passion for financial literacy. I want you all to win. So when I drop it, what happens when a company asks for more information, such as your social? There is no law that says you have to provide your social. So you can send it. There's nothing wrong with that. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with you sending in your social. But there is no law that requires you to send in your social. Your driver's license and a or a state ID and a bank statement or a utility bill is sufficient enough. If they're asking for more things, it's a stall tactic that they're trying to use That's all it is. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am out. I know I said this 4 times already. Clubhouse, it's been real. I love you guys. Every Friday, turn on the bell. Every Friday, we're here like swimwear. All right. Every Friday. Let's go. So Clubhouse, have a wonderful evening. Lust, thank you for coming through. Paris, I really appreciate you. Everybody that came in, I really appreciate y'all. And I do hope that you guys learned something today. I really, really hope you did. But I'm gonna see y'all next week. I'm gonna go get me some Benadryl to take care of my allergies right now. So I'm about to be out. All right, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Instagram, it's been real. I definitely appreciate the love. Whew, man, 2 hours and 45 minutes. You would have thought I was doing a master class, huh? But thank you. I'll be on there. Yep, definitely. I really appreciate y'all. Love and blessings. BLESSINGS. Yep. So I'm sending love and blessings to y'all. My guy, Mr. Precise, just came on. Shout out to the inner circle. I am about to leave. We've been on here for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I mean, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Woo! This live was turned up. So, guys, later, all right? Hit the link in the bio. Island Boy. Later. All right. All right. Let me close out YouTube, Instagram. Delete. Um, and all right, guys, it's been really, really good. I'm gonna let y'all know. I really appreciate y'all. You guys are here every Friday with me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I gave you guys my email. I know a lot of you want to join the university. I know financials, it's tight financially. So I'm working on as much ways possible to get you all enrolled. So just bear with me a little more. We are almost done with the in house financing. And for those of you that have a decent profile, you guys can apply for funding. Um, Apply for funding, and we'll see there's PayPal credit as well. You can apply for PayPal credit. PayPal is quick. You can know literally within 30 seconds. PayPal credit. So you can apply to PayPal credit. You can apply for funding. And let's get you in the university. Let's get you going. This live was really amazing. I'm gonna go downstairs. I need to go get me some Benadryl. I need to go get some Benadryl, and I need to go get something to eat. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you. So I will see you guys next week. And don't forget, email me. And you can also text me. If you guys have the inquiry and you need to get those deleted, text me the word inquiry to 917-810-3329. If you have a debt collection issue, um, Lakeisha said she just emailed me. Shout out to you, Lakeisha. Yep, shout out to Lakeisha. She said you just emailed me. Yeah. So if you got a collections account, just text me the word validation. Text the word validation to 917-810-3329. So from your favorite island boy. Um, Yeah, have a very good rest of your evening, and I will see you guys soon. All right, let's go.